What's going on all you Pokemaniacs? My name's Jaeger. Welcome to my channel for all the PTCGO and Showdown that you could like. Today we are going to be ranking the Sword and Shield Starter VMAX cards, as well as taking a look at their other evolutions, like their regular baby evolutions, their V cards, and their VMAX. We'll be ranking their VMAX as well. So let's go ahead and get started. We got the three Galar starters, Grookey, Sobble, and Scorbunny. I was personally a Grookey fan. I chose Grookey. I love Grookey. He is my starter in the video game. I don't use him competitively, but it was a no-brainer to go with Grookey before I even saw his evolutions when I got the game. So, yeah, I love Rillaboom. I'm pulling for Rillaboom here. The regular evolutions, I know there are more regular evolutions than just the ones that I have being shown, but these were the best ones, so I decided to do all three of them. Rillaboom, stage 2, 170 HP, grass type, weakness to fire, retreat cost of 3, highest retreat cost. That is what it is. Voltage, beat. Once per turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 grass energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon. Shuffle your deck. We all know that Boombox is good. We all know using Rillaboom in his box decks. You use it with Alolan Executor and Rowlet. We all know that's good. Attack, Hammer in, 4 energy, 140. You won't be using that in any deck that you're using Rillaboom unless you absolutely have to. But that is a very good card. We have Inteleon, stage 2, 160 HP with a weakness to Lightning Energy. Recently, the water Pokemon have had all weaknesses to lightning, so that kind of makes grass not as good as it was, but nonetheless, ability Shady Dealings. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, search for 2 trainer cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand, shuffle your deck. That's very good. Very good. You can search for a rare candy and a Cynthia or something if you're bricked. Shady Dealings is very good, and it pairs with its other evolution. It does the same thing except for 1 trainer card, so that's very good. And you have Aqua Bullet for 120, 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Doesn't apply weakness and resistance, obviously, but 120 for 2 energy, pretty good. So you have Rillaboom over here doing 140 for 4 energy, not very good, and it's a retreat cost of 1, so that is very good as well. Then we have Cinderace, 170 HP, stage 2. 1 retreat cost, weakness to water. Libero, once per turn. When this Pokemon moves from your bench to the active spot, you may attach up to 2 fire energies from your discard pile to it, which is very good. You don't really need Welder for that, for this reason. You can just discard the energies and get them that way onto him. And 190 damage, discard 2 energies for 3 energies, discard 2 energies from this Pokemon. 190 is very big for a stage 2 Pokemon attacker. Very, very big, and you only discard 2, which if you have a switch card in your hand and one of those on your bench and energy in hand, you can do the same thing next turn, and then the turn following, you have another switch card or a U-turn board. Since it only does have 1 retreat cost, you can switch out and continue to cycle that in. This is a very good card. I like Cinderace a lot. I actually am working on building a deck for it. You may see a deck profile in some games in the near future with that. But that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the V cards. So we have Cinderace V, 210 HP, still weak to water, 2 retreat cost. It's a basic Pokemon. Its ability, the only one with an ability, says if a stadium's in play, this Pokemon has no retreat cost, which isn't too bad. It's actually very good. I like that, with playing Giant Hearth or Heat Factory with fire decks with Welder. You're likely to have a stadium in play, so this is likely to not have a retreat. And Crimson Legs for 3 energy, 140 is a little underwhelming, simply because its baby evolution does 190 for 3 energy. You discard the 2 energy, but that is what it is. The no retreat cost is the main thing with that. You have Rillaboom V, 220 HP, the biggest one out of the 3. Weakness to fire and a triple retreat cost. Force Feast, search your deck for up to 2 basic grass Pokemon and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck. That's not bad. That's actually very good. With it being a basic Pokemon, helps you get set up for 1 energy. I like it. And then Wood Hammer for 4 energy, 220 damage. This Pokemon also does 30 damage to itself. 30 damage, we're not really worried about it, especially if we're playing a Life Force, so we can just heal that back. So Wood Hammer for free is very nice for 4 energy. And as a basic Pokemon, using it, pairing it with its smaller, or its baby evolution, Rillaboom that's used in Boombox is very good. That's almost a 1-turn go. If you have 2 of them, it is a 1-turn go. So 220 for 4 energy is not too bad. And then we have Inteleon V, Snipe Shot for 1 energy, does 40 damage to one of your opponent's bench, or to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Sorry. So it's not only bench. That's very good in my opinion. Getting damage on bench, you can pair that with the Mimikyu that says Pokemon GX and EX don't have abilities. With having damage counters on the bench, you pair that with that, it'd be pretty good. And then Aqua Port for 3 energies, 130 damage. Your opponent reveals their hand, so you kind of know what's going on. Whether you need to Marnie next turn or reset Stamp, you know exactly what's going on. You know the kind of plays your opponent's going to make. So Inteleon V's second attack, I like a lot. With that being said, let's go ahead and move into the rankings for the V Max cards. All of these pictures were got off of Pokemon's Twitter page. Number 3, we have Cinderace V Max for 320 HP, is pretty good. Counter is first attack. If this Pokemon it does 30 plus. If this Pokemon was damaged by an attack during your opponent's last turn, it does that much more in damage. For 2 energy, it is not half bad, but it's very reliant on your opponent doing something to not knock you out. And you have to be doing you have to get damage in order to make this attack good. So I don't really know. I don't really see. I mean, I know it's going to be good, but at the same time, it's very reliant, and I don't like it. Max Pyro Ball for 3 energy, 170. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned, so 190 in between turns. That's not bad. The only issue is that, again, its baby evolution does 190 for 3 energy. And it's very, very, very underwhelming. It could do more damage. You could have made it 200, just burned and discarded energy or something like that. But 170 for 3, or 190 basically for 3 energy. Very underwhelming, in my opinion. Let's get on to... And number 3 and number 2 can be interchanged. It just depends on how you feel. I believe this is the surefire clear number 3 and number 2 and as the rankings go down. So number 2 we have Rillaboom V Max, 330 HP, which is very big. It's 3 retreat cost, weakness to fire. For 1 energy, Scratch for 50 damage, very, very bad, awful. You will never be using that attack unless you absolutely have to, and it does not get knockouts on 60 HP Pokemon. So there's no point in ever using that attack, but its max beating attack, 130 plus, you may discard up to 3 fire energies from this Pokemon. If you do, this attack does 50 more damage for each card you discarded that way. So 150 plus 130 is 280. That is knocking out a lot of Pokemon GX, Pokemon V, Pokemon, regular Pokemon. That's knocking out just about everything. For 4 energy, you discard 3. It pairs huge numbers, gigantic numbers. You don't have to discard 3. If you only need to do 180 to the Dene GX, then you just do that. And you only discard 1. So that's very good. Very, very good. It can hit for gigantic numbers. It can hit for just the right numbers. And it combos very well with the baby evolution. So you Rillaboom using Voltage Beat. Put 2 energies on them, attach an energy. Next turn, attach an energy. Max beating, discard 3, do 280. Next turn, Rillaboom, voltage beating, put 2 more on there, attach from hand, 280 again. I think Rillaboom VMAX is very good hit for huge numbers, but the first attack is just very, very bad. And you could run into a problem with cycling energies back into your deck. I know you have different options to do so, but this would more than likely be the main attacker of the deck. And I can see it being very good. Trust me, I can see it being very, very good. Number 2 and number 1 also can be interchangeable just depending on how you feel and how you play them, but this is my number 2. And for number 1, we have Inteleon VMAX, 320 HP, Hydro Snipe. For 60 damage, you may put an energy attached to your Pokemon, to your opponent's active Pokemon, into their hand, which is very, very, very good. It shuts your opponent down for a turn. It completely disrupts your opponent's whole game plan. So say if you're playing ADP and they go attach past their first turn, Hydro Snipe, Hydro Snipe, put it into their hand. Say if they bricked, they're not going to be able to get, what they need to get. And for Pokemon that, are very reliant on special energies and attaching energies turn by turn, this is a very good attack. It just sets them back a whole turn. Second attack, Max Bullet for 3 energy, 160. It also does 60 to your opponent's bench Pokemon. I love this attack. I love it. 3 energy, 160, and then touches something on the bench for 60 is also very, very good. You can weaken up something on the bench and continuously smack around. For 160 is not, it's pretty good damage. It's the lowest number that I like for a card to be an attacker. I thoroughly like Max Bullet. I believe it's very, very good. I believe this card's very, very good. I believe it's number 1. I believe people are going to play this very much with Frostmoth. You only attach 3 times, and you're good to go. I believe this card will be very, very good. It could be also paired with Coughing and Roxy, just to get that extra damage out there. I like that idea as well. You could use Energy Denial. There's a lot of options you can use to play this deck, and I like Inteleon VMAX a lot. Hits for decent damage, can get bench pressure, making your opponent, maybe I should put this, I don't know what to do. Now that I've dropped this to Dene, there's nothing I can do. I can't put it up to the active because it knocks it out, and 3 Max Bullets will knock it out anyway. So taking extra prize cards with this deck, very, very good. Hitting a Malamar or hitting a opposing Frostmoth or a Rillaboom, very, very, very good. So, that being said, those are my rankings. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CrimsonJaeger_ and Twitch for Crimson Jaeger for all your live videos and updates. I tweet every day for updates, and I stream just about every day as well. You'll be able to get my stream schedule for the week off of Twitter. So, again, thank you guys very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time.